Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome back to What's the Topic Again podcast. I am one of your co-hosts, Emairia Love, aka Mars on the internet.
And I am Debra Love. It's
And,
Debra Love.
and today we're going to be talking about some films that we love, or some of our favorite movies that we just personally love in general. See if we can connect with you guys, and specifically just some movies and films that we just find comfort in, good or bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just in general, we're
Some
just gonna be
movies
talking
that you
about
just want to watch over and over again because you watched it that many times and it's just that good. Well, I guess say strike a chord with you or something. So you just want to watch it again.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna get started with some childhood movies that we personally love. Okay, just off of the top of my head anyway, when it comes to childhood movies, the first thing that you normally think about is like Disney or Pixar type movies, you know what I mean? The one that resonated with me the most though, and I still go back to it every now and again, is Princess and the Frog.
Princess and the Frog. I like that. Yeah.
And I think it's because they did like a Louisiana girl, aka Nowlands girl. They did Nowlands, did representation of that. Even just with black culture and representation, in my opinion, of Southern culture. That's the thing.
When that's the first black princess that they put in a movie as well. Yeah.
And ever animated anyway in the first place. Now it had, in my opinion, the best representation out there for
really
its
movie.
time. You know what I mean?
It's a really good movie.
I love that one.
And where's my DVD?
Okay, the first copy was lost specifically at our dance studio. That was our dance studio's fault.
Right.
The second copy, anyway, I think I still have. I don't know where.
No, one copy. Remember when we went to down south for a competition for that annual dance?
That's what I'm saying. That's where
it was in a DVD player, in that it got stuck in that DVD player.
Oh, I didn't know it got stuck. I thought it got lost.
No, it got stuck in a DVD player in a charter bus. And I never did get it back.
Nope. You were fighting to get that back.
Said, well, he said he's going to give it back. He said he's going to give it back. He never did get it back. So, I had to go buy another one.
Yeah.
And I still don't know. You saying, where is that?
I mean, I think I still have that one. I don't think you bought multiple copies of that one.
No, I did not.
But specifically, I always run back to that movie, especially if I want to just, feel giddy, feel happy, especially, the songs in there are so cute. The animation is so cute, in my opinion.
And now that we have Disney Plus, you can look at it for as many times as you want to.
And so. I have.
Right.
Another one, in my opinion, which I know you're going to smirk at this when I say it, is Finding Nemo.
Yeah. You like Finding Nemo growing up. I like Finding Nemo too, but you really like Finding Nemo.
Tell the story specifically of what happened. Give people context on how much I love this movie.
We were getting ready to go somewhere. So we were in the garage, and I'm getting ready to get her into the car so she can get into her booster seat, so I can lock you up. And the only thing I can hear is she's talking.
I'm quoting a line from the movie.
Nemo, don't you touch that boat, Nemo. And I really had to look at her to see who in the world is she talking to and what in the world is she talking about. And she's still going on with the script. Looking at the garage door, mind you, not talking directly to me. Nemo, did you hear what I said, Nemo? Don't you touch that boat, Nemo. And I'm like, girl, get your butt in the car. You're talking about Finding Nemo. Okay, it's too much Finding Nemo for you. We're going to have to stop looking at that because that was just a little bit too much. It was scaring me at first because I was trying to figure out who in the world she's talking to. Is it a ghost here or something? What's going on? But she watched the movie so much, she just started repeating some of the scenes from the movie, and that was one of them.
Yeah. And I still love that movie still to this day.
Yeah.
The way that we quote it sometimes is actually.
You
Yeah. I'm gonna say Finn, Noggin,
yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I love that one. Oh,
now everybody listen to me. We're gonna line up.
I love Squirt. He's so cute. just find that movie just, a very cute movie right there, in my
Yeah.
opinion, for a
Now
child's
I'm just starting to
imagination
think
of
about
fish
stuff.
just talk. At least the
You are
ocean life
my
is just
squishy,
talking.
my little squishy. Okay, all right. Got to leave Finding Nemo alone, but
We can quote it all completely, and we. Anywho, specifically another movie in my opinion that I personally love, and some people it's like I don't like it because it's creepy or it's just played too much or I just never really clicked with it. Was
mm-hmm.
Polar Express. I love
Oh,
Polar
I
Express.
love
We
Polar
have to watch
Express.
it every year. I
Yeah,
force my family to watch it each year, no matter what.
midnight Christmas. Well, ten
Christmas
o'clock.
Eve,
10 o'clock
specifically.
Christmas Eve. So
Mm-hmm.
when it goes off, it'll be Christmas.
Yeah.
It'll be after midnight.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And I just personally like it because it's more sense of the child's imagination of believing in Santa Claus, being in the Christmas
Just
spirit.
keeping that miracle alive.
Yeah, that's all that is in my opinion. And it's supposed to be a movie that's not supposed to be taken that deep, you know what I mean?
But it is though.
But it is
It's
very deep at the same time. So I mean, it's to each their own, in my opinion. In my also another opinion for the animation, especially for early 2000s movie, in my opinion,
Yeah.
not too bad
Not
for
too bad.
what it was.
You got it. Hot, hot.
She
I
has
got
to
it.
sing the hot chocolate.
I love the hot chocolate scene.
I just love that movie in my opinion because if you ever been to school specifically in the 2000s or 2010s and you have Polar Express Day in middle school in elementary school, you know what I'm talking about. You can't tell me you didn't have a little nostalgia when they were passing around the hot chocolate, the peppermint candies. You made your bells and stuff like that, and you came home with it, and your parents was like, "What is all this?"
Right. Have to get ready for Polar Express Day. Yeah. So you wear your pajamas at school.
It was so fun. I loved it.
I think the teachers look forward to that.
Oh yeah,
as well
did.
As you all did.
They just
they
roll
were
out
like,
of bed and just.
I got to wear my pajamas at school today. Yes.
I just personally love that. Do you have any childhood movies that you can think about in your opinion?
Childhood, like animated movies?
Either animated or movies that you watch as a child that you personally like.
During Christmas time, we just watched all the Christmas movies as far as Charlie Brown, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman. Of course, they did make a movie about Frosty the Snowman because it's more than an hour long. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was a movie as well in itself. So, and the thing about it is, like I tell you, I go back and I look at those movies because that was brought up in my era and just look at how the development of animation has changed, from then until now. But if we're going to stick to Christmas, then, yeah.
But just in general.
To think about, with me growing up, we never really just go to the movies. As far as going to a movie.
Wasn't that more sense of a luxury type thing for you?
You had to have a car.
That's what I'm saying.
We didn't have a car.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's my point. It's not like it's on the sense of a weird thing I'm saying. It's just more a sense of, it was more of a luxury thing. Y'all say y'all were poor. I'm not reading. It's just what you have told me.
I mean, we were low income family. I'm not gonna deny that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm not trying to read my mom. I'm just saying off of facts of what she has stated. That's what I'm just saying.
Didn't get us all together and go to the movie theater. We didn't do anything like that. My first movie, as far as going to a movie, was with my boyfriend in high school. And I'm thinking that we're going to watch a romantic movie or something like that. No.
Horror movie.
Yes.
That's what they always make you do. That's what they always do.
We went to watch, what was it, with Freddy Krueger?
Nightmare on Elm Street?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
That was the first rendition of it? Or was it the second one?
That was the first one.
Okay.
That's the first one. Scared the daylights out of me. I don't like scary movies. And I didn't realize that was going to be a scary movie.
Yeah.
We made it back to his car, and he had a Volkswagen Beetle. I'm looking all over the seat, trying to see if Freddy gonna come up or crawl behind us in the seat. I couldn't sleep for a few nights after watching that movie. That's why I don't like horror movies. I stick in my lane to cartoon and comedy.
Well, then talk about
action movies.
Yeah, but then talk about some cartoons that you personally like, cartoon movies anyway that you can think of off the top of your head, it doesn't have to be childhood. It could just be, on the kid friendly type thing that you will watch. Mama, you better say
over and over
it. You better say
and
it.
over.
You
again.
say it.
Cinderella.
I was like, you better say it.
And recently, Encanto. I love Encanto. Yeah. But Cinderella, yes. How many times I make you watch that movie?
You made me watch it so much to the point that you even bought a costume for me as a kid and dressed me up as her.
Cinderella.
With the top button and all. I mean that. If I can find a picture of that, that would be a miracle, but I don't think I probably can.
It's in. I got a picture. You have to go through my Google Photos. It's in there.
I was like Disney Island Princess. Speaking of Disney, not Disney. I mean not Disney. More sense of Barbie Island Princess. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, I think that more or less. Who made Barbie? Mattel.
Yeah.
Mattel
I was trying to say like I watched all the Barbie movies.
I used to love Barbie too.
You love Barbie too.
Yeah.
So it's like any Barbie movie that came out in the early 2000s, you bought it immediately. I mean that. And I watched it, or if I had a peak of interest in it, I enjoyed it the most. I can't tell you specifically which one is my favorite or which one that resonate with me the most. Actually, that's a lie. I can specifically.
With the Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses. Yeah, that was it for me too. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one in my opinion. I think it has a soft spot with me because I used to be an old ballerina when I was a kid, so that's why. But if you said Emairia, tell me what the whole movie's about, I would just shrug my shoulders. I don't remember. I haven't seen it in a while.
Really?
I have not seen that in a while. So
she, well, all her sisters were princesses.
Yeah, I remember that.
The mom had passed away, so the dad felt like that a family
heirloom or like inheritance.
No, the female relative could come in and get his daughters in line to teach them how to be princesses. But when she came in, instead of her trying to teach them how to be princess, she wanted to become royalty.
Oh, like be a queen or whatever.
Yeah, become the queen.
Okay.
So she had to kill him. So she was poisoning him.
Oh.
Just giving him that stuff, and he would just let her take over the royal duties of getting his daughters ready to fall in line as far as being the prince. Of course, they didn't like her anyway, but they were able to escape their life
they
every day
were
to
into
go.
like their own shenanigans, found like the hidden tunnel that their mom made or whatever into like their castle or whatever.
Because all the girls had to step on a certain spot in the floor in order to open up that. I guess you can say that stairwell that took them to basically another land.
Yeah.
Where they were able to dance all they want to.
Having like their own like dream.
Because remember, in there it was a shoemaker.
Yeah.
In there, he was fixing their ballerina shoes
because
he was one like kind of were.
For Barbie up in
well,
there
he ended up being, her. He ended up being her person of interest or the person that she liked because of what he did as far as the shoes and stuff is concerned.
Okay, so we do remember bits and pieces.
Yeah.
But specifically, I watched a lot of Barbie movies as a kid.
Yeah, we did.
And,
we watched a lot of Barbie movies growing up. Yeah. Every last one of them that came out.
Yeah. Can you think of any more for yourself when it comes to movies that we have watched ever since I was growing up anyway?
Watched a lot.
Yeah.
I know we watched the Cars movies. I don't think he was really into cars the way I was into cars.
I liked the first one. The second one was okay. The third one I clocked out. That's what happened.
What about Happy Feet?
I love Happy Feet though.
Yeah.
Happy Feet, it makes me smile the whole time.
Right.
In my opinion, because once again, it's cute, and number two as well, it's just the tap dancing the whole time. How they just get into it. It's so cute.
I mean, like really, you just making the penguins. They already got the little tuxedos on anyway. Their body,
But the thing is, it's like they look like they just getting into it, just having so much fun.
They did. So all of the Happy Feet 1, 2. I don't know when they made a 3 or not, but they were really, really good.
And I think why we liked it so much is because of not. I think it was more since for once the singing, the dancing,
Right.
and the musicality aspect
Right.
of it all.
And it still had a storyline to it as
Yeah.
well. You know, so yeah. Uh,
Uh, trying to think.
Monsters. Monsters.
Oh, Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
I love Monsters Inc. so much. I will rewatch that again and
Right.
again and again and again. Now, Monsters University, on the other hand, I didn't watch that much, but I did watch like at least a handful of times.
Okay. I don't think I watched not one of the Monster Universities.
Just like the first one, we went to the movie theater for that one, and we did enjoy it when we watched it, of course, because it's giving lore on how Sully and Mike got to be friends.
Right.
So
Right.
that's how that happened, and it just gives context, especially for a whole decade later. That's what they did. That
I think so. I don't know how far apart it is. The first
I'll probably
and the second
fact check
movie.
it and edit it. Y'all
Yeah.
know me with the editing for sure. Just I'll fact check it if I can.
Right.
But specifically, like I said, it gives context specifically for how those two were friends and long-term friends, that they got into a corporation
Right.
together and got to be partners
Mhm.
together and do something that they enjoy doing. You know,
Yeah, not really in the beginning, but
in the beginning
I
it was
think
shaky.
I guess with their partnership, he is the one that really had to do the scaring. But then in the end, they stopped scaring and started making the kids laugh. So
Yeah.
I think that's when the role switched.
Yeah.
So
Just come to understand it, in my
Right,
opinion.
right.
You know, but I'm probably gonna cut out the times that we pause because
I mean, it's a lot of
it's
animated
so many.
movies that's out there, especially when it comes down to Disney and
Yeah.
Pixar. Because one of the other movies that I do like, and I think it's a Disney, I don't think it's a Pixar, is The Incredibles.
Oh, and see, the thing is, I watched The Incredibles, but the thing is, I just did not hop on the train. If that makes
I
any
did.
sense.
I like The Incredibles, and the first one and the second one was really good.
Not saying they're not iconic. I
Mhm.
just personally didn't hop on the train of like, ooh, I love it so much. You know what I mean?
What about Ratatouille?
Same thing.
Really?
It is really cute in my opinion. It's all forthright, but the thing is, I just didn't hop on the train.
Ratatouille. Yeah, I like that. And then let's see. I know we never did get into a Toy Story.
Oh, Toy Story.
I think I looked at one, but there's so many out. I just got
know.
lost in
I'll say
trying to
the same
keep up
thing
with
too.
all of that.
I'll say the same thing too. In my opinion, but the thing is though, it flowed really nicely
Yeah.
though. I can say that for sure.
I'm sure it did.
They've made it flow pretty well for all the series of Toy Story, in my opinion. This whole saga of Toy Story. What came to my mind is a short film anyway that every single time I watch it, it makes me tear up because it's so
Bao?
cute. Yes, it makes me tear up so much. It's like, it just reminds of not just only Asian households. It could be any household, to be honest with you, especially
It's
when it
just
comes to
the cultural background.
yeah. I'm gonna say when it comes to like a mom, raising their kid, from little until they all grown up,
Right.
and then when they all grown up, they leave you to dust thinking that they don't care about their parents no more and
Right.
everything like that. But they got a life to live. You know what I mean?
But I understand you have a life to live, but still take
Check
the time
on your
out to check
parents.
on your
To
parents.
check
You
on
know,
your
just
parents.
call and see how they're doing.
And then
It's
when
not
they
no one that's asking you to. Okay, we're gonna talk 9 hours out the full day. No, just call and see how I'm doing. That's all.
Yeah.
Just let me know. It just let me know. Oh, I'm on her mind.
Yeah.
She care about me.
Because towards the end of the short, spoiler warning specifically, even though it's a short film, just spoilers just in general. Specifically, when it comes to Bao towards the end, it more showed, especially the son and the mom's relationship.
Yeah.
It was rocky,
Right.
because they were eating baos and they both were tearing up because he did wrong. She was also kind of selfish too, to not see the success that he had, getting a
Right.
girlfriend and wanting to start a family, get
Right.
married and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And
So she just thought that he was leaving her.
yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And they hugged it out, and they were making shalom bows together, specifically as like the son and his girlfriend, the dad
Mm-hmm.
and the mom, specifically, making bows together. That's why
Was that his wife? Did they have a child?
they did not have a child. They were thinking about a child,
Oh,
though.
okay.
That it was more sense of sequence of that towards the end,
Okay.
if I'm
Okay.
incorrect. But in my opinion, for it to be a short film and to say that much,
In that short period of time, go about
yeah,
5 minutes,
yeah,
maybe. It's not that long with the shorts, but they do have a strong storyline
yeah,
and emotion
yeah.
in it for
It
that
makes me
short period
tear
of
up
time.
every time. Like, I'm like, I can't. This is wow. That's all I keep saying. Just wow.
Another Disney one that's coming to mind right now is Soul.
Oh my God, Mama, you said Soul was good. I was late. I'm always late. I don't care if I'm late. But specifically, I was late on the train to watch Soul. I watched Soul recently, I think during the summer, if I'm incorrect.
Right.
And
Way some years later.
yeah, and specifically, I watched it. And you're like, I had to stop halfway because it was already so late in the night, so I continued it in the morning
Mhm.
specifically.
Mhm.
And I literally told my mom, I was like, Mama, you did not tell me you got that
You
deep.
know, I'm not gonna be a spoiler alert when it come down. I'm not gonna spoil. You gonna have to watch
Yeah,
the movie. I'm
yeah,
not telling you the movie. I'm like, I don't want to ruin it for you. All I can tell you, to me, it's a good movie,
yeah,
and I just left it at that.
yeah. And I watched it. I'm like, Mama, this is
Yeah,
crazy.
it's a good movie. It's a really good movie.
It made you rewatch it again.
Right, right, and just like I can see it, but I cannot think of
Explain
the
it. Maybe.
one with the little boy. He of Hispanic descent.
Oh, I can't think of it. It's gonna come to me. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Give me
Because
a second.
I can see, what they do every year, the Year of the Dead.
Yeah, I can see it. That gummit. I'm gonna make
Um,
us look like a fool and edit it. Uh, I can't think of it. Oh my god. I watched it recently too for the
hmm
first time
I
as
know.
well during the summer. I can't think of it. It makes me sad now. I'm
I'm trying
looking it
to.
up.
Okay.
I'm like, why you don't look it up?
Um, because I was trying to think of it first before I started looking it up.
I don't remember. Oh my god. My mom's looking it up. It's Coco. Y'all, it's Coco. We found it out.
hmm And Coco came out in
2018? No, 17.
2017.
I'm like, no,
Yep.
17. I looked it up. This
Yep. It's Coco.
I, once again, another movie that my mom recommended back then anyway to watch when it was on like streaming site. I think it was like on Netflix at one point in time. I think that's why you told me to watch it. But specifically watching Coco, I'm like, once again, I'm like, Mom, are you kidding me? This movie is so
It's good.
good.
It's good.
It's good. Wow.
Because they'd be like, come on, watch the movie with me. No, I don't want to look at it. So I just watch it by myself. I don't care. I like Disney. I like animated movies. I like a movie, and I know Disney's not going to disappoint. I love looking at a movie that's have a real good storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be very surprised how some kid shows, movies, and stuff like that, even short films, have a big fat meaning to it. You know what I mean?
Right. And then you can watch it with your kid and get something out of it. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you watching cartoons? No, I'm
No.
watching an animated movie
It's
with the
called
kids.
professional.
Yeah.
It's called
So
professional.
it's a good one. Now, a childhood movie that more or less don't fall into like a comedy, and I wouldn't even say it's a child movie. You probably would have to be
Well,
older
then
to
we can
understand it.
go into the next segment. It's more sense of comedy movies. We'll go into that.
It's not a comedy either.
What do you
It's
consider
called
it?
The Imitation of Life.
Hmm.
A young girl growing up with she's her mother's black, her dad was white, but she didn't know her dad, and the mom was a maid in for a white family, and she
Was it
really
based off a true story?
I don't know if it's based off a true story or not, but I know she was really ashamed of her mom, and she want to pass as white.
Mm.
Her mom, had to go look for her. She really didn't, I guess, appreciate her mom or know the full thing that her mom had gone through when it came down to racism until her mom passed away.
Mm.
And that's when she come crying at her mother's casket saying that she was sorry. Too late then. Your mama can hear you with the apology or whatever. And even the white family, I know the man name was Steve. She said Mr. Steve. She told him how she wanted her casket to be carried by the white horses and all this and that, and it gets. I can watch it. The movie had to have come out in the '60s.
Oh.
It's called The Imitation of Life because I know Mahalia Jackson was in the movie singing.
Like I said, I'll put like the cover and stuff like that on screen specifically for anybody that can, that wants to probably see it.
That movie came out in 1959.
Whoa.
I watched it in the 70s.
I must say, whoa. Okay, maybe it was like a 25th anniversary that you probably seen it back then. You never know.
Maybe, but this is the one that I watched.
You said it's called The Imitation of Life.
Imitation of Life. They got a book on it too, but I remember that was the black lady that played in the movie.
Well, I don't know where it probably is streaming or anything like that because it's such an old movie. But
yeah, I mean it's on Amazon. It's on Amazon.com.
Okay, I'm gonna say it might be on Prime. Maybe.
And apparently it was a book at one time because it's saying
so
1933.
I'm gonna say so based on the book.
So that's 1933. So
interesting.
It was a really good movie. Who watched it first was your Auntie Nana.
Oh.
She watched it because she was old enough to understand it. And then I think when I became a teenager, probably my early 20s or something like that, she was telling us about it. Just like she was telling us about this other book, Flowers in the Attic. And I
heard of that one.
Yeah, I still haven't looked at that one. And that's an older movie too, so I couldn't tell you too much about it. But she liked that. It was a good movie. But that particular one, Imitation of Life, I can watch that because it is based on racism. It's based on femininity. It's based on, especially accepting yourself, because people still to this day.
Yep.
And if you of interracial blend of of interracial
blend of race,
blended race, then that child probably 9 times out of 10 gonna get picked on.
Yeah.
Or they look different. You can tell, that they are, but people are more accepting today than what they was back in the 1930s.
Yeah, I'll say that for sure. But
that was one of the movies that came up to my head as far as watching it, really, really younger.
But I know specifically the color purple.
Yeah.
The movie actually that's based off the musical came out recently. Haven't watched it yet. Will though because
it came out on Christmas Day.
Yeah, it did. I wanted to actually go see it in theaters with you specifically, but just don't have time.
We have to do it on my off day.
Yeah, maybe. Once again, trying to find the right time to do it because certain things.
I do have a busy schedule.
Yeah. But specifically, in my personal opinion, when I was older, I did watch like the movie version of The Color Purple. Oh
yeah.
Oh, I was like, oh, we went there. Oh
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I only can watch that, when it comes down to movies like that, The Color Purple, Rosewood, Mississippi Burning. Even watching Roots and stuff, I only can watch it one time.
Yeah,
that's it
because
for me.
If you watch it more than once, it's either you're doing it because of research or you're doing it because it's like on the sense of it spoke to you in a certain way that maybe you connected with.
I'm getting hot. She may cut this out, she may not, but I'm getting hot. Gotta take this sweater off.
I'm okay right now because this is like insulated.
It's a hot flash.
Yeah, we get hot flashing all the time. Whichever is not the pool because it is knit.
All right, thank you. Ooh, I should have brought a fan out here with
me. I was gonna bring out my mini fan out here, and I thought you'd probably be picking on me.
I thought it was gonna be be a little cooler than what it is, but I'm having a hot flash.
Well, I turned the thing on max. I told you that max. Everything.
Yeah, but even if you would have had it on low, hot flash is gonna happen. It's
still gonna happen. But anywho,
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if she's gonna cut it out. Or
I
not.
will
Hopefully
cut it out. I was like, I will cut it out because
this become
silent.
A blooper.
Just she glistening and shining like a radiant sun.
Yeah.
Like a honey bun. Oh goodness. Okay. You want to talk about some action / Marvel adjacent, DC adjacent movies?
Well, you know me.
I'm
on both sides.
I know.
Transformers.
But yeah, we're gonna get into that a little bit after this little break. All right, Mama, go ahead. Just go ahead. Just start.
Transformers is my series when it come down to what I guess you can say what CG whatever cinematic
CGI, CGI and stuff
whatever
like
they do as far as with them because it looks so real to me. Of course, I had them 1 year for my birthday buy me Optimus Prime.
Oh yeah.
So I have that. But I haven't told you what I've been doing on Pluto TV. They have like some kids channels and stuff, and I can go back and watch my old Transformers cartoons that I used to look at when I was growing up. Yes. So I'm like, okay, I can get back into learning the character names besides Optimus, Starscream, Bumblebee, of course, Optimus Prime. You got Megatron. You got all his bad people and this and that, So I've been watching that over again. Hey, that's me. I like my Transformers. Avengers, when I go back and think about any of those, of course, Thor.
Yeah, Thor.
Captain America.
Yeah.
I like Hulk. I grew up on Hulk. Like him. If we're going to go a little bit further back as far as
like the OGs, if you would.
I can go back to Almighty Isis. I can go back to the original Wonder Woman with Linda Carter in it. Mm-hmm. I can go back to some cartoons as far as Thundercats. Because I used to like them. What was it? I can see him. I can't even think of his name. But, Thundar the Barbarian.
Oh.
Thinking about things like that, you would think, okay, they can bring those cartoons back and put some CGI in them, but they were some good cartoons.
Or make it into a movie. Somebody probably shot that idea to somebody.
You have to think about the time that it came out, and
will it be still relevant to this day?
They have probably to go back and look at the ratings at that time, what age group that really got it, and then it's gonna be my age group that's gonna be watching something like that, and is it still gonna resonate with them the way it resonates with me?
Yeah.
Because, I'm a cartoon person. That's just bottom line. Sorry.
Yeah. Another thing is, in my opinion, when it comes to Marvel, I'm not, like, that deep like I used to be, like Marvel and DC. I used to be in both, like, just stick my nose in it, and then I just bounce after, like, a period of time.
I still like my Spider-Man, my Superman, my
course.
Batman,
I still personally enjoy those.
I just don't have just Marvel and, who was the other one?
DC.
I like both of them. I grew up on both of them, so I can't separate it.
Yeah, I grew up on both of them myself.
Yeah,
but,
I can't separate it.
I can't either. But I would say one movie, at least two movies anyway, that go hand in hand with each other that we both seen in theaters. No, not in theaters. One of them we saw specifically, it was on Netflix. The other one we saw in theaters was Black Panther, and the other one, Wakanda Forever. My God.
Yeah,
the outfits, good. Pretty. The set, gorgeous. The acting made me cry twice. I can't.
Oh, yeah, because the one with Wakanda Forever, they have you crying right when the movie, not even 10 minutes into the movie. I'm like,
I'm like, we both over here sniffling. Like,
I'm like, you had to start off like this, but that was their tribute to him. So
yeah, yeah.
but it still
R.I.P.
is.
R.I.P.
I can still see them coming up with another one.
Yeah, I could too. To be
because
honest
right
with you.
now you don't have no one in place as far as king
Yeah.
or queen.
Yeah. I mean, I think they
I would say
left it off
queen.
of that. No, well, specifically, it's more sense of king. You know, specifically, no more as king, like you said, and more sense of a ruling
The
person.
only way it's going to be a king is one of the other tribes is going to have to take over.
That's the thing. That's why they ended it that way, specifically in Wakanda Forever. Remember, specifically,
Yeah.
he stood up. Specifically, he's like, "I want to do this." It's like, hold up, and then the credits rolled. You know
right,
what I mean?
Right. I mean, he kind of like protected her. They fought. They fought for their land.
Yeah.
With the underworld people, but they gonna come back.
Yeah.
Cause they left a whole lot of lines. Where it holes where you can say, okay, I can see where this can get filled in. I can see where they can continue the story from where it was.
Yeah,
so,
that's how I feel about that too. And when it came to Black Panther, I mean, I loved the whole soundtrack of that one. Same with Wakanda Forever. I listen to it from time to time because it's like, it's just culture. And I keep saying that it's like that whole movie, in my opinion, is that it's just that one word, culture. That's it. Because in my opinion, you feel it from the jump, especially when they do like the tribal ceremonies and stuff like that. You see actual African descent doing their rituals that they will do.
But that's research.
Yeah, that's
all
the
that
thing.
was research because I did see a documentary
What's
on
her
the
name?
fashion.
What's her
did all the
name?
fashion in.
What's her name specifically? That was the woman. That was the ruler in spoiler alert. Died off specifically in Wakanda.
Angela Bassett.
Is that her name?
That's her name.
Okay, I'm like, is that her?
Trust me, that's her
Okay,
name.
I'm gonna say.
She has some beautiful outfits.
They made her look a goddess.
Yeah.
Sickening. I'm like, mother, my goodness, she looks gorgeous in my opinion. You shot that headpiece, sickening.
Her look in itself, Angela have that look.
She has high cheekbones, almost like Angelina Jolie. Yeah. It's beautiful in my opinion.
She have that look.
Oh my God.
She is just like ageless.
I know.
Yeah.
A woman of the century, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
But any other Marvel movie? Well, you said you got back into Loki specifically.
Yeah, Loki, even though he is the villain in Thor, but the show on Disney Plus, he started off as a villain. I'm not gonna tell you anything about it. You had to go watch it, but I like it. I got to catch up on it.
I want to start watching it myself.
Binge watching on that because Loki is a mess. He is a mess.
I would say I personally I do like Loki in my opinion.
Yeah.
I want to get back into that specifically. I have to go back.
They got some new stuff out on Disney Plus,
because
but
they
I
got
just have
a season
to look
2 for him, didn't they?
Yeah, they got a season 2 for him, but it's this other show that I just seen the name of it.
But didn't Loki?
I
didn't Loki have a movie too? I could have sworn he did.
I think he did, or maybe
I will
something that was
fact check
more
myself if it isn't
around him. I don't know.
I think he did. Because I know if it was, once again, I'll fact check myself in editing. If there isn't, then oh well. But
it's so much stuff out there.
It's so much,
you
and it's hard to keep up sometimes because it feels
everything.
like they get pushed out like 3 of them every year, and it's
they
like,
do.
what are we doing?
They do, because right now, Aquaman, they're coming out with a new Aquaman.
I thought that's already out.
Okay, I'm just saying.
They came out with that movie. I mean, the original Aquaman, in my opinion, we can say,
Yeah, I like it.
Just sinister laughs in the mic. You
Yeah.
get it. We just go touch and agree on that, right?
Yeah, I like that one. And then he's coming back out again. So come on, Jason. They got the right person to play them the movie.
Yeah.
He is truly
honestly, yes.
Aquaman.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. I can agree. Any other one? I mean, I'm trying to think about even like DC specifically. Now, when I say Catwoman, that was not DC produced, nor even on the sense of anything adjacent to like the one with
It's Halle Berry.
yeah, Halle Berry. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say Halle Bailey. Like, I'm like, no.
Berry.
And
Yeah.
so I'm like, no.
Like I told you, I had to go back and look at that just to
I love
remind myself of that because I
It's
kind of
so
like
it's so many.
I really went too much into it, so I'm gonna have to go back and look at
It
it.
was it's so many innuendos in there, but it's like it fits well with what it is in my opinion.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be kind of sort of the fantasy essence to even on the sense of Egyptian equivalent to certain things. That's all that is. And like I said, not even Disney, not even DC coded anything on that because I think Catwoman is DC, not Marvel or anything like that.
I don't know.
I will fact check my.
I don't know. I'm not gonna.
If I
claim
get
that
my
I know.
DC card swiped, I don't want to get kicked out.
I'm not gonna even get in between it because I don't know that one.
I'm gonna say I don't want to get kicked out. I hope and pray that I'm right. If I'm not, I'm gonna literally put slander on my name before anybody else can. But I personally like the one with Halle Bailey. Berry,
Yeah.
Jesus, Halle Berry in it.
Okay.
What?
Another movie series that I like is the X-Men.
Oh.
I got lost in those.
Yeah, you
I
did.
got
You
lost
bought
in
all the DVDs.
Yeah,
you bought the collection, actually.
Yeah, I did. But the thing about it is, it's still so many.
Yeah.
I had to go back and binge watch from the first X-Men movie all the way up because they go back and they're reverted back to when both of them was kids because they were best friends in the beginning, and then they end up. I'm talking about the doctor. I can't think of his name right now.
I'll probably put it in editing specifically.
That's okay. I can look at it right quick.
Okay. What's it gonna probably? It's gonna appear right there. Bam! Look at it.
Yeah. I'm saying the professor. Xavier.
Okay.
You know, I find it. I say his name before I even go into anything. But yeah, him and the other man. They were friends before. Because that's Professor Xavier, and then you have the man.
I'm gonna talk about like a few more movies specifically when it comes to DC anyway. I personally like.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say you done with talking about X-Men.
Yeah, I mean.
And like you really can't be talking about it too much because, like you said, you haven't really caught up on it.
I haven't caught up on it, but
So,
I'm just saying that
you say
still,
you do enjoy it though.
Yeah, still some of part of the cartoons that we watched growing up too. As far as the X-Men, you never know that it was going to branch out into a big franchise movie, making millions and millions, probably billions of dollars. With if you think about all of them that they've had, and then because they've broken off as far as Storm, she had her movie by itself, and you had Wolverine. I had a couple of by himself of Wolverine. I think he ended up having a daughter in one of his movies, and Dr. Gray. Like I said, they went back and made a movie because they end up getting other
members in.
Yeah. But then they started them off as went back and showed them as kids and how they got their powers, and then how Xavier helped them control their powers. You know, they was at a school for them. You know, just out in the middle of nowhere, no one knew where they was, so they was at a school to do things. And then of course, you know, you had the good and the bad in that part of it too. So yeah. But the last thing that I think that I would talk about that I like was based on a true story is Men of Honor with Cuba Gooding Jr. So that was a good one because he was in the Navy, and this man had to go through a whole lot of stuff to prove himself capable of doing the things that is another racism type of thing too, as far as being in the movie. It's a good movie. Just look at it. It's an older movie, but
Is it on like Apple like TV or something like that?
It may be. You probably just have to search it, and it's so many streaming options that you can find it. But Men of Honor, Cuba Gooding Jr. and I want to say, I can see him. The other actor who was in there with him, I can't think of his name right now either. But
like I said, I can fact check you specifically.
That's okay.
We can just search.
We can search it. So this is why we keep our stuff authentic this way. We try to come in and not know what we're going to discuss and then just discuss it.
Yeah, this is what happens, and you get a like 50-minute video.
I should have remembered that, but I didn't. It's, of course, Cuba Gooding Jr. Then you have Robert De Niro. I can think of him.
Okay.
Charlize Theron was in there as well. Let's see, Michael Rappaport.
I mean, we can only talk about so many movies specifically, and
but that was a good movie. It was based on a true story.
Yeah, like I said specifically, like early in like this whole season specifically.
This movie came out in 2000 before you was born.
Really. Mm-hmm. But specifically, in my opinion, when it comes to talking about certain topics, you know, we can only talk about so much in the span of like an hour is a short time to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we'll come revisit these topics specifically, like, you know, in other seasons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For sure. And because, you know, movies and TV shows, they're gonna come out either way we want to or not. So I would say probably for the DC element anyway for me is Suicide Squad. You never watched it.
No.
But I personally like the first Suicide Squad. I watched the second one in my opinion. I say it's okay for what it is.
Oh, excuse me. Please cut that one out.
Oh, did you burp or did you?
No, I yawned.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
She's bored of my talking.
No, I'm not. just know the time that we doing it.
Yeah, y'all don't need to know about that. But
right.
But specifically, I like how they did the spinoff specifically for Harley Quinn. Personally, when they did Birds of Prey, I like that one too. I just like Harley Quinn just in general.
Is Will Smith in Suicide Squad?
Yes, it's in both of them. In my opinion, I liked it a lot.
I never seen neither one of them. No. I don't even know none of the characters. But you say they're good? It's good?
In my opinion, it's really good, and it has a good storyline, and they
May
wrap
have to
up.
Look at it.
And they wrap up a lot of storylines too in like both of them, for sure.
Okay.
In my opinion, so
okay.
Give it a good watch. I'm not gonna say too much about it. You know, if you watched it and you don't like it, that's cool. But if you are interested in watching it, I say watch it. So that's it, in my opinion, with that. We gonna touch a little bit on the thriller and horror aspect just for a minute before we wrap everything up. Black Swan 2010 with what's her name? Give me your phone. I'm gonna be mad. It's not Emma Stone. Who is it? I can't think of her name.
Kristen.
No.
Or Kirsten.
No.
I thought it was the girl from the vampire series.
No. It's just like, no.
Okay.
Natalie Portman. There we go. It's
okay,
just like Natalie Portman. There we go.
I ain't watched the Black Swan.
Horror queen, if you would. Or thriller queen. Because she's in a lot of those stylistic movies anyway. Love it so much, in my opinion, and it definitely shows you know, the involvement of femininity in that whole movie. So just go into it with a very open mind and open lens, because that's why I came into it, and that's why I personally like it a lot.
I'm about to watch that too.
I told her to watch it.
I haven't looked at it yet.
In my opinion, it's a really good one. Personally, it definitely like builds tension the whole time. I'm like, what craziness is gonna happen now?
Because when you telling me about that movie?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So I personally like it, in my opinion. And you know, if I like some sort of like thriller, if I'm looking on the sense of explain type stuff on YouTube, I'm like, let's see what other people think about this, and if they have the same mindset as me, which they did, and I'm like, thank God that that's how that rolled. You know what I mean? But to each their own with that. What you say you wanted to talk about one horror movie or not horror movie, one thriller movie that you say you like?
It was the one me and your daddy. I think we went to the movies to see, and it was really not what we thought it was going to be. The Sixth Sense.
Oh, I heard of that one
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah.
Mm. Do you remember what it's about, or you were too?
That little boy said he see dead people.
Oh.
I see dead people. You know.
Said, I see
and Bruce Willis was in there as well.
Oh.
He was a psychiatrist, but you really didn't know what you was actually seeing in the movie until the end. Because I think he was one of the dead people the little boy was seeing. I want to say the little boy was his son. It's been so long ago. I don't like scary movies.
I'm not
like
a huge
that.
fan of like
so
horror.
I will have to go back and just read up on what the movie was. I'm not gonna go back and watch the movie. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it.
Like I said, in general, I personally am not a huge fan of horror, like gore aspect. I'm more sense of a thriller. Like I want to be on the edge of my seat. Like what's gonna happen? What crazy foolishness is gonna happen?
That should be like, what is that movie where people try to beat death? Final Destination.
Oh, Final Destination. I was just thought of that last minute when you said it. I'm like, oh, I like that one personally.
I like that, but then it just got too gory as far as how they died.
What was that one specifically where that movie where specifically that they were in almost like an escape room aspect of it all? You know what I'm talking about? And they like got picked off one by one, and it was because of like these crazy rich people watching over them.
Oh no.
You don't remember that one? Because
no.
I know specifically. I think.
Yeah, no.
I don't remember what it is.
Now since you're saying something like that, I'm thinking about Get Out.
Now Get Out was, in my opinion, it's an interesting movie.
Very interesting.
It's an interesting watch. If you go in there and it was straight up hatred, you gonna be upset when you finish.
Yeah. Get Out was something else.
Now I can say Us, in my opinion.
I ain't never watched
You
Us.
never watched it.
Watch
I
Us.
personally liked it because
Us and Them.
it's more of a us versus them type of situation.
But I'm just saying, it's a movie called Us, and it's another movie called Them.
No.
Or it's a part 2 to Us.
No, it's no part 2 to Us, as far as I know. Anyway, as far as I know, Jordan Peele made 3 movies. As far as I know.
Okay, so
because he made specifically Get Out. That was his first one. That broke everything.
Yeah.
And then Us, and then Nope. Those are the only 3 I know.
Okay. What was the other one? It's Nope.
Yeah, Nope is that one specifically with what's her name, Keke Palmer in it, and with that other dude.
I thought it was another one when the woman slapped the lady. You know, they move into the house, into this neighborhood, the black family, and then it's like the people from underground came above ground.
That's Us. That's Us.
Okay.
You got the premise of the movie. That's what of Us anyway.
But then another movie came. Jordan Peele, he must have did more than 3.
As far as I know, it's like those are his top 3 movies anyway.
Okay. Or maybe it was the other guy, the Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan specifically.
Yeah.
Him. I know he made Old, which people said that was like a cuckoo bananas type of movie.
Yeah. But you're right. That's the only one he did. He did Get Out, Nope, and Us.
Yeah.
Us
but the one that you're talking about is Us. That's that one. And that's why I personally like it, because it's more sense of foreshadowing anyway, because it's dealing with the premise of, what is it? Hands Across America with that premise anyway, in the first place. And specifically, you know, we supposed to be equal, but in reality, you know, or at least in that reality anyway, it's more sense of the things that you have success in life down here is Tetris and horrible and demented down here that we go crazy, you know.
Okay. Well, maybe that was Us that I was looking at it, didn't realize it was. But I thought it's another movie, Mario, where
maybe they were inspired by Us to continue. Maybe it was like
maybe.
But who knows? Anyway, I'm gonna talk about one more movie that I personally liked, and at first I didn't understand what it was until I had a second rewatch. Anyway, was *Malignant*. You never watched it. Um, excuse me. I'm gonna cut that out. Um, *Malignant*, in my opinion, I personally like that movie because of how how do I put this in the most lightest way possible? How cuckoo crack bananas that is. Okay, it's not by Jordan Peele though.
I don't know who it's by. So this is like a series
Okay,
episode.
so it's not a movie; it's a series. The one that she's talking about, Dumb or whatever. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
it's the same premise as it is for us. Who knows? Anyway, I'm talking about *Malignant*, the one that I got to see a movie with a person from a long time ago.
Right.
It's, in my opinion, when you first walk into it, you're thinking like into like, oh, we're dealing with an abusive relationship, a woman that specifically, dealt with a lot of miscarriages and stuff like that. But then when you keep watching it and understanding, it's like something fishy or something ain't right. There's a certain smell that you cannot get out this room, and then everything just breaks loose. It just, drugs. You feel like you're on drugs the rest of the half of the movie. It's like, what is going on? It's just,
You said *Malignant*.
yes, it's cuckoo.
Okay.
You're dealing. I'm gonna just give you a spoiler, and you're just gonna have to like just say, okay, you're dealing with somebody that's like doing backflips backwards, like just this direction backwards. It's so cuckoo.
Okay.
But I love it.
Okay. I don't want to look at that.
It's like,
That's
it's
too
so cuckoo.
cuckoo for me.
It,
I am not.
it is. Because I walked out of there and I was like, what? What did I just watch?
Did you go back and watch it again?
I did, because I wanted to understand it, and I slowly came to terms on the sense that I kind of like it.
Okay.
It is what it is.
So it's a thriller?
Yeah, it's a thriller.
Oh, okay.
It's a thriller slash horror, but it's not really horror. It's more since the thriller aspect of it all, in my opinion. But with that being said, anyway, we're going to take a break and we're going to finish out this episode. Alrighty, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video and also listening to it as well. If you did, please leave a like on the YouTube video and comment down below specifically some movies that you have personally enjoyed, liked, or even just in general recommend to us, because we always are here for recommendations.
I would watch it. Keep me in the comedy and action realm.
Yeah,
that's for me.
I mean, I could go with any genre.
And kids.
I could go with any genre, in my opinion, as long as it deals with no gore. That's it. Right. I can't deal with the gory stuff, because after a period of time, it's like,
I watch suspenseful stuff.
I like suspenseful stuff.
That's why I like Get Out.
That's why I like that's the thriller aspect, in my opinion, of it all.
Yeah, because Get Out could.
It
got some nastiness in it.
Yeah, it does a little bit to it. It's like one scene when they did with the lobotomy scene. That was it. That was it. That was the lobotomy scene.
I don't know what in the world he was thinking about.
I don't know. But anywho, specifically, if you did enjoy this little tidbit, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify specifically. And any final words, Mom?
Well, are you gonna plug in following you on Mars?
Well, it's down in the description.
Okay.
If you want to follow me, follow me.
Because I have nothing for me.
I'm going to say, you can go in the description. You can press that little link in the bottom if you want to. And you can also just, follow us everywhere, specifically at What's the Topic Again podcast. That's all it is, the @ for our YouTube channel. Go to our website. Go to our website, please. I'm peeking at the mic. I work too hard. please, for God Christ, please go to our website. And you just even click on the link and just look at it. Just say, okay, and
Yeah,
just
give us a
click off.
comment and see if we can improve how the website is.
Yeah,
or,
please.
Because she worked hard on it. It's a really nice website. I really like it.
Like I'm peeking on the mic, please, for God Christ.
Right.
Because I'm like, work too hard and I want to keep evolving with the website. So please just interact with it. Even if you look at the blog post, even if you look at the homepage, I don't care. Just please just click on the link. It's right there in the description box. Any final notes that you have to say, Mother?
No, just enjoy the rest of your week.
I agree. Enjoy the rest of your week, guys, and we're gonna see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
And scene.